big game here that we're going to have today. New Mexico State, you mentioned it earlier, coming off an 11-game win streak before they lost that last conference game to Sam. And SFA coming off a big win versus Grand Canyon University.
We got the Aggies take the tip. Going to the cut on the back door. Blocked by SFA.
And that was Calvin Solomon letting his presence be felt in the first defensive possession there for the Lumberjacks.
Here we go. We got Aggies ball baseline on the right side. Running motion set. Turned over. Solomon on the fast break to Calcarees in the corner. Pulls it back out.
That's a win on the defensive end for the Lumberjacks. Aggies not able to get a clean look at the board.
Solomon puts it up for two off the back iron. Aggies taking it up the court to Henry on the right side. Looking into the post, no go there. Lumberjacks are giving them some feistiness on the defensive end. Not able to get a clean look thus far.
Yeah, they just now crossed the three-point arc, and we see there's a forced turnover right there.
A great feisty defense from Latrell Giselle.
And I know Coach Keller prides himself on the defensive effort, because more times than not, when you get turnovers on defense, it equates points on the offensive end.
Absolutely. We go Solomon to the cup and got fouled.
Yeah, McCants is kind of big underneath the rim there.
Absolutely.
Solomon got bounced off the way, but nonetheless, he's going to head to the free throw line for his first two.
They called it on the floor, correction, on the floor.
Oh, no shot.
Before the shot, foul on McCants.
Gonna get another quick whistle here.
We got a foul on Jabari Rice. Illegal use of hands. New team's second. His first.
And more times than not, SFA is able to exploit teams that are a little bit smaller than them. But we see New Mexico State has some big dudes on the court tonight. Kinsman right there with the mid-range pull-up, gets it to fall. Get our first points of the night, Mike.
Absolutely. You see Kinsmill got some space. Open it up right in the paint. New Mexico can't get a clean look.
Yeah, Calvin Solomon underneath the rim.
The reset in the post. Off of Tillman's face. Diego Willis fighting for the ball. Got it to Solomon. Here we go. To Giselle. No look.
Yeah, and that was just great closeout defense there by 13.
Kinsmill got his own board and scores it. Kinsmill for two.
Off the offensive rebound. Talk about effort and IQ right there by Kinsmill.
Absolutely, the focus and balance is there at all times. Here we go, reset. Their defense is still being stellar so far. Not a clean look so far in the game. Willis is playing terrific, and we got a foul on Clayton Henry. Team's third, his first. SFA, full control.
Yeah, and you mentioned a great tip there by Willis. He was all in the face of Henry as we see Henry getting ready to check out. Couple quick turnovers here for New Mexico State. You got to think this home crowd has something to do with it.
Absolutely. We see a packed house. Students are showing out for us today. We have David Calcarees taking it up the floor. Getting into the motion. Kinsmill wants it down low. Got it, seeing a double team. Kicks it out to Willis. Kinsmill gets it back to the cup. No foul, crowd wants it. Rice takes it back up the floor. Pulls for three, got it.
He hesitated for a while there, but Jabari Rice, the leading scorer on this team, and he gets that one to knock down.
Still remains in the game, even though SFA has the momentum. That three put a little dagger in it. We'll see how they rebound here.
Yeah, and that was Jabari Rice's first shot of the game, and we're going to get a quick call here, a blocking foul.
Got illegal screen on David Cackle-Reese.
But like I was saying, Mike, it's always good if your team's leading scorer and his first shot is a three-point shot and it sees the bottom of the net. It makes you feel good as a coach. It makes you feel good as a teammate.
Yes, sir. Always good to see the bottom of that net, especially given the defense that SFA has put on the first couple minutes here.
See Jackson Posey into the game now.
Lob play, Solomon read that from the get-go.
Not a smart pass there from New Mexico State. And you see another turnover.
Looking for Kinsmill right away into the post. They're sending a double team every time. To Jackson Posey, does not get it.
Kinsmill working the offensive boards, but that time it was ripped away by Teddy Allen. Goes coast to coast. Kind of an awkward shot.
Okay. Solomon back on the other end and gets it to go. SFA up 6-3, 15.5 minutes remaining.
Solomon right there with the pretty reverse layup finish.
That's Rice for three, back to back. He is heating up.
Jabari Rice loving that three-point line so far here. He's shooting 2 for 2.
Jabari Rice seems a little discomfort from that lack of a foul call there. He wanted an extra call for the and one.
Averages about 12 points per game.
Solomon going to work in the post, stripped away by Tillman. And Teddy Allen up the other way. Taking it to the cup, double team, and gets it to go.
Through the contact, big body. You see him flex on the way back down the court. That was a great take there by Teddy Allen. He was all by himself underneath the rim, looked like.
Sure was, bodied everybody out the way. We have Diego Willis. Kinsmill wanted the ball, did not get it. Solomon off the back iron. Rice taking it up, turns it over to Teddy Allen. Head to head versus Diego Willis. To the cup, Rice back door, fouled by Diego Willis. Rice will be shooting 2.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Keller is going to get ready to sub in Day Hall and Cackle-Reese once we come out of a timeout. But nonetheless here, 8-6 here early in the first half. New Mexico State with a lead, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. 8-6, New Mexico State is up. 14:39 remaining. It's been an exciting one thus far, filled with a lot of defense. All the scoring has come on fast breaks, open transition. Couple threes from Jabari Rice, who's going to be shooting 2 here at the line.
And SFA so far with 4 turnovers. They've been doing a really good job lately of fighting away that turnover bug. But here early, New Mexico State Aggies putting that pressure on them a little bit.
As expected, SFA is dominating the paint 6-2. Jabari Rice knocks the first one home. Puts him up by 3.
Kind of a homecoming game for Jabari Rice. He's a Houston, Texas product. Fort Bend Marshall. Found his way to New Mexico.
Yep, knocks down the second one. That's his 8th point tonight. Jabari Rice is cooking. And Cackle-Reese looking. Denies the screen. Dede gets a screen for Jackson Posey. Looking for Kinsmill down low. Kick ball. SFA down low. Cackle-Reese to inbound. Into Jackson Posey with a screen from Kinsmill. Posey puts it up. No good. Off the back iron once again.
Yeah, and that was a great hand in his face there by Jabari Rice. Made that shot way more difficult.
What a putback! 35, Johnny McCants.
Yeah, going over the Lumberjack defense there.
SFA timeout.
Yeah, Coach Keller seen there that momentum was kind of starting to swing to the Aggie side and decided to get a quick timeout here and rally his guys back in, tell them to calm down a little bit. They've gone a couple minutes without a bucket now.
Yeah, you would think you saw Solomon with a good contest at first, but the putback. Looks like the momentum has shifted ever since Jabari Rice started cooking with a couple threes, some free throws, and now a putback by McCants. New Mexico State is now up 6, 14 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, Mike. You see the best player on your team, Jabari Rice, getting a couple shots to fall early. It gives your teams a lot of confidence.
SFA's having trouble getting it in, gets it to Diego Willis. See what they're going to do here to reset the momentum. So you get it to Kinsmill or Cackle-Reese.
Yeah, nonetheless, you have to get a bucket on this possession here.
To Day Hall. Jackson Posey for 3, no good. Kinsmill with the offensive board and 1. Knocks it home. Foul on Tillman. Kinsmill to the line, shooting 1.
And right now we're seeing SFA's game plan, get the ball to 14.
Absolutely, and it's worked thus far. He's finding his own ways to get the ball off the rebound to the line for 1. Off the front iron. New Mexico State up the other way.
Nonetheless, SFA able to get some points on the board there.
Absolutely, it helped shift the momentum with the N1 call, got the crowd back in it.
Slowed the Aggies down.
They're having some trouble over here. We got a corner double team, kicked it back out to Tillman. Teddy Allen to force one from deep, and got it.
Yeah, and I seen that arc off of Teddy Allen's hands, and it looked like that one was going in.
Full confidence on the shot.
They are shooting the three-point well now. Sitting at 3 for 3 now from the three-point line.
Day Hall unable to get the reverse layup, wanted a foul, did not get it. Tillman up the other way.
And Day Hall is always going to be giving up a lot of inches underneath the paint, and McCants there just making that a difficult shot.
Got a wide open corner 3. Got it. Tillman sinks the corner 3. SFA seemed to have some miscommunication there on the defensive end. Lets the Aggies up 18-8. And David Calcareese, supposedly with some frustration, offensive foul, his second of the game. And he will be checking out. Latrell Giselle will be coming in.
And right now, if you're Coach Keller, you got to figure out a way to slow down this Aggie momentum. They pushed the lead to 10 points now. We've seen Tillman with that corner 3. They're shooting perfect from the three-point line. We see Nana is going to check in off the bench.
Yep, seems like they brought back Solomon as well, some defensive energy.
Giselle's checked back into the game.
Yep. And we got a foul on Jackson Posey. His first foul. We have 2 shots at the line. It's going to be McKinney Jr. shooting 2. Giving Johnny McCants a little breather. McNair is back in.
And right now, if you're the Lumberjacks, this is not the start you wanted to get off to. As we see that one off the front of the rim.
And Calcaree's back in.
Any offensive possession now that you're going to have in the first half is going to be a crucial one.
What a screen by Nana. Calcaree's can't get it home. Bringing it up the other way. Solomon read it all the way. That's a second denial for an alley-oop.
Solomon getting it done on both ends of the court now.
Kakari saves it. Miscommunication between him and Giselle. Jackson Posey touch. It looks like it's going to be New Mexico State ball off the initial read. Looks like we might be going to the monitor here. We have some confrontation. And we're going to media timeout. The Aggies have all the momentum. Keller is fired up, and we will be right back. We are back. 19-8. Aggies are up. All the momentum seems to be with the Aggies here at this moment. The crowd seems to be a little bit out of it now with all the momentum. The ball is turned to SFA on the inbound. Kakaris will take it up.
Yeah, and before the break, Mike, we've seen a couple sloppy passes by the Lumberjacks and loose balls here. And so far, intimidation right now by the Aggies is the biggest factor.
Absolutely. McCants has had a hold of that defensive paint. And Jabari Rice from three. We have Latrell Giselle try to hit it from center and did not work out off the back iron.
Yeah, and right now SFA shooting 4 for 14 from the field. That's at about 29% now.
We got the Aggies shooting 60% and 4 of 4 from deep. Rice off the mark with the offensive rebound. Reset for the Aggies.
Yeah, and that's Jabari Rice's first miss from the three-point line tonight. Tried to get with that one up in the face of Giselle.
Here we go. Looks like SFA's back to some feisty defense. And Solomon with the two-handed stuff. It's going to be Aggies ball underneath. Gavin Kinsmill comes back in for Jackson Posey. Looks like SFA is trying to go big here.
And how about this stat for Solomon early in this first half? 3 blocks and 3 steals on the defensive end.
Absolutely. He is the breathing, living version of the defense right now. Solomon go for another block. Looks like he might have deflected it. He gets the rebound. Takes it to the other end. No good. Now tries to put up a shot. And it will be SFA ball underneath.
Yeah, and Solomon pushing the pace now.
He's trying to do everything, put the will,
Yeah.
and put the team on his back.
Yeah, he challenged that shot down there, made that a difficult shot for the Aggies, and he pushes it up court here. SFA with the possession.
And frankly, he looks exhausted, but he knows his team needs him right now. Going to work down low, gets the bucket. Wanted the foul, did not get it. Tillman was all over him.
Yeah, and that was great defense by Tillman, but better offense by Solomon there.
Absolutely. Tillman on the other end trying to go against Kinsmill.
Trying to put him in the blender. Kinsmill with some great defense.
Staying home with a switch. Got Allen on Kinsmill and Allen. Allen 4-3. Knocks it down, his second of the game.
Teddy Allen can shoot that three. I'll tell you that.
The Aggies are on fire from deep. That puts them now at 5 of 6 from deep. Foul on Allen. Underneath, fighting against Nana.
And you mentioned it, Mike. SFA is going to have to find a way to run the Aggies off the three-point line. You just said they were 5 for 6 from the downtown, so let's see what Coach Keller doesn't scratch up here to slow them down as we see this lead is up to 12 now.
Absolutely. They went big, and they're going to have trouble guarding the arc with all the shooters on the Aggies' end. We got Solomon going to work by himself. They're bringing him the double team now instead of Gavin.
We're going to see if the Aggies just don't double team in the paint.
Looks like they're double teaming any post entry. Solomon from outside knocks it home. Solomon is putting the team on his back right now, trying to keep the Jacks in it.
Yeah, big shot right there by 13. And Solomon, not really a three-point shooter. We haven't seen him shoot that shot a lot this season, but he's able to get that one to fall.
He's having the game of the season right now.
He's going to put him at 5 points.
The Jacks seem a little scrambled on defense, holding still for now. We have a 3 in the corner, no good. And a foul underneath.
Going to get 13.
Looks like that'll be McNair. his first. That'll be the team's sixth foul today for the Aggies. Looks like we're going to the monitor here. Going to check the action underneath. See what happened, make sure there's nothing egregious. But overall, you're seeing the Lumberjacks are starting to put some fight into the offensive end.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Taylor is over there drawing up a defensive game plan right now, even though the possession arrow is with the Lumberjacks. More than anything, you want to run these Aggies off the three-point line.
Absolutely, especially with the big lineup that SFA currently has in. It's a little tough to keep the scramble in that defense. You saw last possession, a couple possessions now, they've been a little unorganized, guarding that momentum and that motion around the three-point arc.
Yeah, and New Mexico State's doubling down in the paint and forcing SFA to make a jump shot. So hopefully you can trust your shooters to shoot and knock some of these shots down. And we've seen they pulled it into single digits. They're down by 9 here with the possession arrow.
Absolutely. You've seen a couple guys haven't really contributed too much. David Cacaries and Latrell Giselle. We need the guards to start cooking on the offensive end here. We see Cacaries going to bring it up the floor. See what they have drawn up here, Coach Keller.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I learned, you got to trust 10 and White. Giselle, he's a streaky shooter. He can get it going here.
He hits it when it matters. That's what we've seen all year. And Solomon, here we go to Giselle. See what Giselle can draw up. Giselle pulls it up from deep, no good. Nana with the rebound, and miscommunication with Giselle. Throws it out of bounds. Aggies ball. 22-13 Aggies up, 8:30 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and that is going to be another turnover while the Lumberjacks is going to push in the foul now with 8:30 left in this first half.
It's been tough on the offensive end. Communication doesn't seem to be there. Solomon's keeping a minute on the defensive end.
Guarding the best player for the Aggies, Teddy Allen.
Yep, here we go. Solomon up on the other end, taking it to the cup. Loses the ball on the way to the hole. We got Henry going the other way.
Pryor trying to set something up now for the Aggies.
Teddy Allen looking to go to his move.
And anytime 0 for the Aggies as they get that turnover.
Yeah, Teddy Allen with that turnover. Looks like it'll be SFA ball coming out of the media break. Welcome back. You are watching the New Mexico State Aggies at SFA Lumberjacks. 22-13, just under 8 minutes remaining. The Aggies have been terrorizing on the offensive end thus far.
Most definitely, Mike. They're 5 from 7 from the three-point line, 7 for 15 from the field. So right now they're getting whatever they want on that offensive end. And this is not what we normally see from the Lumberjacks from a defensive standpoint. And Solomon here with the open three. And that one's going to go off the back of the rim. But these Lumberjacks that struggle from offense, they're 6 for 19 from the field. That's just about 30%.
And you see Pryor trying to get a look here with McCants. Trying to get a screen, can't get a clean look. Into McCants in the paint, kicks it out. Henry, nothing there. And Pryor to the cup, hits it with the left hand for 2. Cacary's bringing it up quick the other way, wants a quick bucket. Blocked by McCants, going the other way. Pryor to Allen. Back to Pryor, to Henry to McCants. Out deep, wants it. Hesitated and pulled it. Henry with the rebound. Pryor's going to reset here for the Aggies. Gets the call from the coach.
And Cacary's on that transition layup that we seen was blocked. He normally gets those, but New Mexico Aggies, a bigger team than what the Jacks are used to seeing.
Absolutely. You're noticing even their guards are big. Allen hits the deep three from the logo. Timeout SFA. The Aggies are now up 27-13, 6.5 remaining. All momentum turned to the New Mexico State Aggies here under Allen and Rice's lead with McCants on the defensive end.
Yeah, Teddy Allen can straight up hoop. Let's just put it like that. He can straight up hoop. We've seen him put the ball in the rim a lot of times tonight. That makes him 4 for 5 now from the three-point line, and we still have 6.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Yeah, he's shooting lights out right now. Allen and Rice are shooting lights out. You got McCants and McNair on the defensive end. Pryor bringing it up and swinging the rock along with Tillman. They got some things flowing. The chemistry looks clean for them.
Yeah, and how about all of that three-point shot actually came off an offensive rebound that the Aggies were able to get.
Yep.
So SFA here going to have to figure out a defensive game plan and also make some shots on the offensive end, not looking too pretty. 6 for 20 for them from the field and only 1 for 5 from the three-point line.
Yeah, SFA has to find something. The Lumberjacks are having trouble on the offensive end knocking down shots. It's all been on the inside with Solomon and Kinsmill.
But we have seen these Jacks eat up some leads before.
Absolutely. This is the end of their home stretch. They're on a 2-game win streak right now. Trying to find that third one. It's not looking good thus far. Day Hall with the offensive rebound and puts it back for 2. We'll see if that will be a start to some momentum for them on the offensive end. Finally gets a bucket after a long dry spell. And we have a foul, offensive foul on the Aggies. It'll be on McCants there, offensive foul.
Speaking a little bit on Day Hall right there, I mean, not giving up after having the shot sent back. And he's, like I mentioned before, giving up a lot of length underneath that rim to New Mexico State, but stuck with it and got the difficult shot to go in. SFA now trying to bring it to within 10.
Absolutely. We'll see. They got the call in from Coach Keller to see what they draw up here. Kakery's leading it. They got some motion going on. Looks like they're trying to get it to the big 1-4. Kinsmill's having trouble getting that ball.
Yeah, 13 right now doing a great job of making life difficult. McNair Jr.
Finds the flare on the outside. Kakery's knocks it down. That'll open it up for the Jacks. Puts it back within 10, 18-27, 5 minutes remaining. The crowd seems to be back in it here, bringing some life on the offensive end for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, that was just a smooth little pull-up jumper 3 there from Kakery's. The net barely moved when he shot it.
Absolutely, all due to Kinsmill down low, drawing some attention along with, Day in the corner, wide open on the backside. And Teddy Allen, ice in his veins, knocks it back down, not even blinking an eye. He's ready to hit from deep.
Yeah, and he's giving me Steph Curry vibes now. Teddy Allen coming off the screen, and he shot that one, and he's feeling it.
Absolutely.
5 for 6 now from the field.
Kinsmill sees the double team once again. Out to Giselle. Wants it. Does not get it off the front iron. Allen with the rebound, taking it up the floor.
Yeah, and right now, if you're Jackson Posey, you see Zero trekking the ball up the court with the crossover there.
Out to the corner for deep. Air ball. And out of bounds on the Aggies on the end line. White ball. And you hear the crowd chanting air ball.
Yeah, and Teddy Allen's going to continue to get a lot of attention, but if he keeps shooting the way he is, man, we may be in for a long night. Jabari Rice is checked back in as well, too, I should point out.
Yep, right for Pryor, who just hit the air ball. We have Rice in, been shooting lights out. Well, they want to get that offensive end back flowing for the Aggies. We got Kakery's waiting for the motion. Jackson Posey trying to look inside. Pulls it from deep off the back iron.
Not a good shot right there by 5. Jackson Posey had some time on the shot clock still. Doesn't get that to fall. Henry here from the corner. Going to come up with a miss.
Going to the other end. Jackson Posey hesitated, did not want it.
And that's kind of an intimidation pass right there. It's Kakery's for 3.
Kinsmill got it. Offensive rebound. Common theme for Gavin Kinsmill.
Yeah, McKinney Jr. went up there trying to get that rebound, but mishandled it. Falls into Kinsmill's hands, and they pull to within 10.
Coach Keller wants him to stay fired up on the defensive end, increase the intensity and the tempo.
Yeah, so far it's been hand down, man down for the defense.
We see Day Hall with a good contest there, wanted the reach. Got Giselle giving feisty defense in the corner. Kakery's with the steal, going to the other end, 2-on-1. Blocked by Allen.
That was great defensive effort there by Allen, as Kakery's normally used to getting those easy layups in transition.
Looks like 15. Peak blew the layup. Out of bounds, SFA ball. The momentum seems to be back with SFA, although down 10, 2.5 minutes remaining. We will see on the other side of the break. Welcome back. New Mexico State up 10, 30-20 at SFA. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. We have seen a lot of back and forth action from outside. It seems that SFA wants to go inside, and New Mexico State is just as happy on the outside of that arc.
Yeah, SFA only shooting 2 for 10 from the outside, while New Mexico State sitting at 7 for 12, mainly because of that man 0 for New Mexico State, Teddy Allen, right now.
We're seeing the action trying to get back to Kinsmill right outside of the break. They're seeing a double team. To Solomon with the slam! Gets it home right out the break. SFA down 8 against the Aggies.
Yeah, and that was a no-look pass there by Jackson Posey. Great IQ play right there, and SFA is able to get some offense going here.
Solomon with the block.
That's his 4th block of the night. Allen lets it rip, and he sees the bottom of the net again.
Like you said earlier, he has ice in his veins, Steph Curry vibes. He does not see the defender, although is right next to his face.
And how about that man 0 shooting 6 for 7 now from the 3-point line.
Try to get the entry pass to Kinsmill, no good. Double team has been there all night from the Aggies.
Yeah, right there, just some good IQ defense. We've seen they entry pass to Kinsmill a lot, and that time they baited it and let him do it and came away with the steal.
Kakery's with the foul. Coming from the weak side, wanted the steal going the other way.
Yeah, just got there a little bit too early. See big number 13, Will McNair Jr. getting ready to check back in.
Here we go. It's going to be Aggies ball on the baseline. Let's see what they draw up here. A little back cut to the corner. Having trouble getting it into McNair. Let's see what they draw up here. McKinney running the point. Good defense by Willis, forces the turnover. Willis in the corner, looking for 3, off the back iron, no good.
Yeah.
Allen up the other way, to the hole, and off the rim, right around, offensive rebound. Allen puts it back up and in.
And you got to find a way to take 0 out of his game. He's getting whatever he wants.
Full control, alley-oop to Solomon, gets it home off the backboard. Solomon says, I got Allen. Watch out, we're locking him down.
And one of these players for Lumberjacks is going to have to step up, and right now it looks like it's 1-3 for the white, Calvin Solomon.
Alley-oop, no good. Kinsmill's there. McNair wanted the alley a little higher. Solomon throws an elbow to the other way. Jabari Rice. Foul on Solomon. Aggies ball. Solomon wanted the post up. The height differential looked like the elbow took it to the shoulder area on Rice.
Yeah, nonetheless, possession arrow to the Aggies with an 11-point lead with 25 seconds left here in this first half.
Rice from 3, no good. Giselle going the other way, draws the foul on McNair. A little craftiness from the guard, looking to get the foul in the bonus. Giselle to the line. 1-1.
It's going to be Giselle's first trip to the line tonight. And he needs these free throws to fall, bring it within single digits before we close out the first half here.
Yeah, right now for Giselle being 0 from 3 from deep. It's like he's at Sports Authority with the little rim holder on the top. needs to unlock the rim and get to the bottom of the net. Let's see if he can unlock that right here at the free throw line.
And nonetheless, for the good shooting performance that New Mexico State has put on, the Lumberjacks have stayed within striking distance here. You got to say that is a positive look for these Lumberjacks as Giselle gets that person to fall. And if you can stay within striking distance, you can come back in the game.
Yeah, it looks like that. The Lumberjacks will want to just keep it within a 2-possession game if they can get it down that before halftime. Keep it within a 2-possession game and striking distance right out the half. Knocks down both. We have a timeout from the Aggies. 9-point game, 23 seconds remaining. Looks like the Aggies are trying to set up the last play of the half. Get it back above double digits.
Teddy Allen, so far the man of the hour, just getting whatever he wants on the offensive end. Shooting 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. You rarely see a player start off that hot. But SFA's had a hand in his face, sometimes hadn't had a hand in his face, and it doesn't matter so far for Zero.
Yeah, he has ice in his veins, does not see defenders. All he sees is the bottom of the bucket and looking for a shot at all times. The same with Jabari Rice, always looking around for a shot. Them two as a guard combo is really a tough matchup here for Giselle and Cacaries on the front end.
Yeah, and Allen sits at 17 points a game, and Rice sits at 12 points a game, and both of those guys have let themselves be known here in this first half.
Absolutely. Looks like Allen taking it up. He wants the rock to start off. Let's see what Coach drew up for him.
And they're going to put Solomon on Allen now.
And it looks like they drew a foul on Solomon.
And I don't fault Solomon for that foul call there. He was reaching out. That was a great defensive effort, and you have to find a way to get Zero out of his groove by reaching for the ball, making him uncomfortable. And that was just as we see Solomon go to the bench now.
Absolutely. You'll see Allen to the line here. He's going to try to knock down a pair.
My mistake. They're going to send Nana to the bench and keep Solomon on the floor.
I mean, Solomon's been terrific on both ends. You see, want to get him another opportunity here on the offensive end. We got Allen to the line for a 1-and-1. Does not get the front end of the 1-and-1. SFA will get the last possession here. Jackson Posey bringing it up. Looks like they'll kick it to Giselle. Tries to get the 3. No good.
And that ball is going to go out of bounds. It hit the baseline in 3 seconds here. Nonetheless, for these Lumberjacks in the second half, 10 is going to have to get some of those 3-point shots to fall, but Lumberjacks still within striking distance.
Yep, looks like they're going to take out Kinsmill and not pick up a foul here in the last 3 seconds. And no shot. No shot. That'll be the first half. SFA down. We have 26-35. The Aggies are leading at the end of the first half. Jabari Rice and Teddy Allen leading the team for the Aggies on the scoring offensive end, with McNair and McCants on the defensive end locking things down. It's been a tough first half, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Coliseum, where you see the Aggies up 35-26 against SFA. It's been a tough one thus far for the Lumberjacks on the offensive end, shooting 2 of 12 from deep. You have New Mexico State shooting 8 of 14, all behind Teddy Allen's 19 points thus far, 5 for 5 from deep, 7 of 9 from the field. Not seeing much other production other than Jabari Rice, and we'll see SFA starts out with the ball here to see what they have drawn up. Coach Keller had to talk to them at halftime, prove that offensive shooting, and then the defensive feistiness to sustain throughout the remainder of the second half.
Yeah, New Mexico State trying to get back on track after dropping that last WAC conference game to Sam as Cacaries for 3.
Nails it down. Cacaries opens up the second half with a deep 3. Looks like the Lumberjacks are back in it. The crowd is fired up after the 3 to start the second half.
That is how you want to start it if you're Coach Keller. The Lumberjacks trying to stay on track after beating Grand Canyon a couple days ago.
Then we got a 5-second call. David Cacares with the defense, Fryer with the turnover. SFA Lumberjacks ball.
Cacares right now looking to take more of a leadership role as we're seeing them saying, let's speed it up on offense now, let's get it going. Lumberjacks only down by 6.
Coming out with some energy on the offense and defensive end. Look to get it to Kinsmill, no good there. Got it to Kinsmill. Puts it up, no good off the left side.
Yeah, and Kinsmill kind of forced that one up, trying to get himself going early here in this second half, and kind of a bad shot there, and great defense by New Mexico State. We get a quick whistle here.
Yeah, Solomon with the foul. Looks like it'll be his 3rd. Team first in the second half here. Looks like SFA is trying to come out very physical on the defensive end, try to show the Aggies that they are here to fight, and they are not here to give up quite yet. Giselle here with the defense in the corner. Rice trying to go to work. Doesn't see too much open there.
Yeah, Giselle making him work for it.
McCants misses off the backboard. Cacares going to the other end.
Defense and the offense now. It was a great possession there for the Lumberjacks on the defensive end.
And as we know for the viewers at home, McCants was a little fired up at halftime, getting into it with the crowd. With the block, brings that energy right into the second half. Allen going the other way. Kicks it out to Rice for 3. Got it. A dagger in the momentum of the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, you said it, Mike. That is a dagger right there. As Jabari Rice looks to still have the hot hand from the first half. He gets that 3-point attempt to fall. His first one here. His first 3-point attempt of the second half.
Willis with some handles, pulls from deep and knocks it down. Momentum right back with the Lumberjacks. The crowd is back fired up in it. Handles, and a bucket.
Yeah, a little 3-point party going on right now for the Lumberjacks and the Aggies.
We'll see what they cook up, looking for some backdoor slip cuts. Allen wants the rock. McCants having trouble finding someone. Giselle wanted the steal, missed it. Rice has the ball. Drops it down to McNair. Blocked by Solomon, and it looks like the bucket will count for McNance. Could have been an offensive interference call.
And the ball finds its way to you once you put in the effort. We see McCants with that big block earlier on the defensive end, and he gets the follow-up, put back slam there on the offensive end.
Solomon trying to go right back at him. Kicked it back out to Cacares, back to Solomon. Looks like Cacares trying to take charge of this offense and find a bucket. Pulls up from deep, no good. Teddy Allen going the other way. He's trying to pick up the pace on the offense. Drops it down to McNair. We have a foul on Diego Willis on the floor. Be the second foul for SFA this half.
Yeah, and that was can't fault effort there from Willis, just getting his hand in the passing lane, but 13, Will McNair Jr., just much bigger person, and kind of made that a foul call.
Absolutely. I think Willis just wanted to make sure there was no easy buckets. I think that's what Coach Keller preached at the halftime. No easy buckets, and you're seeing that effort here on the defensive end.
And Giselle making life difficult for Rice as we see a half-court trap here.
And you have a foul on Giselle. Hits the elbow of Jabari Rice. Not happy with the call, but it will stand. Jabari Rice will inbound it for the Aggies. Jabari Rice got the ball in. Seems like they're trying to go to the cup. Try to find McNance. Did not get it, and a foul on Cacares. It'll be a foul on David Cacares going for the loose ball. Tough call. We are looking at Aggies ball underneath.
Yeah, another effort foul here as we see Day Hall getting ready to check in.
Coach Keller wants to let the refs know about his feelings. They're trying to play hard defense here, and they're not getting it going since the first couple possessions. We got Allen taking it to the cup and kicking it back out.
Yeah, so far Teddy Allen hadn't got a shot up in the second half. Let's see if the Aggies can get him going, as they have this 8-point lead here early in the second half.
Allen puts it up, no good, in and out. Solomon to the pass up to Giselle, tries to hit it from deep and no good off the back iron. Rice with the rebound going the other way.
It looked good from this angle, Mike.
It sure did. And we have a travel from Jabari Rice, and it is going to be SFA ball. We're heading to timeout. SFA down 32-40. We'll be right back. Welcome back. New Mexico State up 8 here in the Coliseum over the Lumberjacks. 15:57 remaining. We have 4 fouls from the Lumberjacks, 0 from New Mexico State Aggies. It'll be SFA ball coming in. Let's see what Coach Keller has drawn up coming out of the media timeout.
Yeah, and so far SFA still not shooting well from the three-point line, but nonetheless only an 8-point lead for the Aggies right now. SFA 2 for 12 from the three-point line.
And it looks like they want to get the ball to Kinsmill, trying to get a screen action going to get him the ball on the weak side. To Solomon. And they call the offensive foul on Solomon.
And that is great body position by McCants, getting that foul. Maybe a little bit of a flop there, but nonetheless, they get that possession arrow.
Yep, hip right to the chest of the defender. That'll be Solomon's 4th personal foul. So he has to be careful for the remainder of the game. They're keeping him in for now. And you got Pryor bringing the ball up. Kicks it to Rice. Running a double screen motion action here. To McNair. Out on Giselle. Will remain Aggies ball. Baseline. Willis coming in for Latrell Giselle.
And this is a big offensive possession there.
He's going to come in for Solomon. That's what I presume going into it. That is his 4th foul at the previous possession. We want to get him out, save him for near the end of the game.
Yeah, and Solomon has just been turning it up on the defensive end. And unfortunately for him, that's just created a couple whistles. As you see McNair Jr. there getting the layup with the traffic around him.
Yeah, we'll see how the Lumberjacks stick up on defense after losing Solomon for presumably several minutes here with his 4th foul in the second half.
Yeah, and that is a big one.
Kicks it out to Willis. Back to Giselle. Looks like he'll have to be the offensive presence here with Kinsmill. Day Hall with a spin move to the cup and rolls it home. Got the bucket. 34-42. Aggies up 8 here. 14.5 minutes remaining in the second half.
And he was able to get that over the way bigger McCants, and he did that one with speed with the turnaround and quickly put the ball up in the air before McCants could even react to it.
Most definitely. We have Teddy Allen with a step back 3 air ball. Ice in his veins. He doesn't care. He's going to play defense on the other end. Jackson Posey with the bucket. It is within 2-possession game. SFA down 6. Momentum. The crowd is into it. And see how they respond on the defensive end.
Yeah, that was a beautiful finger roll by Posey there.
McCants from deep. Does not get it to go. Day Hall with the rebound. Giselle bringing it up the floor.
Big possession here for the Lumberjacks.
Coach Keller wants it to bring it up with pace. Try to get it to Kinsmill. Kicks it to Day Hall. Hall wants to get it to the cup. Kicks it out to Willis. So Jackson Posey to Giselle. Looks like they're going to get the entry to the post to Kinsmill. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Willis. Deep 2. Off the back iron.
That was a great possession by the offense right there on the Lumberjacks. Just Willis not able to get that one to fall.
Day Hall with the steal. Willis up to Jackson Posey with the bucket. The Lumberjacks are back in it, down 4, 13 minutes remaining. It's a 2-possession game, and it looks like the Aggies will call time out. They have seen enough from the Lumberjacks to come out here from the last media timeout. All momentum to the Lumberjacks here in the Coliseum, and the crowd is getting fired up. We will see the Aggies, how they will respond. What will Coach draw up? Welcome back to the Coliseum, where the Aggies are up 42-38. New Mexico State over the SFA Lumberjacks. All the momentum turned to SFA so far. We have seen an absolute tear from them coming out of the media timeout.
Yeah, and SFA's got their field goal percentage up. They are 50% here in the second half, 5 for 10 from the field, and also 50% from the three-point line. We didn't see any of those threes go down in the first half, but here in the second half, they cut into this lead and made it a very big ball game.
Most definitely, as we talked about before, the 57% in the first half and the 33% in the second half from deep for the Aggies is the big difference. And we have an offensive foul. It looks to be offensive foul.
That is number 4.
It was McKinney Jr. with the offensive foul, completely shoves Giselle to the floor. And the refs will go to the monitor to take a look at this play.
Yeah, looks like McKinney Jr. threw an elbow into Giselle, and Giselle, of course, reacted to it. He's a great IQ player. Got on the floor, and they may get a technical foul for that one.
Most definitely. You see Giselle oftentimes throughout the season is very feisty on the defensive end, always causing a havoc for the opposing players. And you see that just now. Very frustrated for McKinney Jr. Seemed very frustrated after that play.
Well, how about the Lumberjacks coming out here in the second half, and so far so good, shutting down 0 for the Aggies. Teddy Allen had been able to find the bottom of the net. Granted, he's only taken 2 shot attempts, one from the 3 and one from the field, but nonetheless, they found a way to affect his game, and hopefully they can keep that going here with Jamari Rice not hitting as well.
Yeah, you've seen New Mexico lead the entire first half for the most part. They have been leading for a great portion of the game, and now you're seeing that Lumberjacks trying to get back to the momentum here and trying to find the lead again. It's been a 4-point game now, and we'll see what they can do when they get the ball here on the flip side of the review. The call will stand. Offensive foul, Lumberjack ball. Jackson Posey to take the ball up. Looks like Latrell Giselle and Jackson Posey will lead it for the backcourt. To Willis in the corner with Giselle up top. Running a motion, Day Hall flips up the floater and gets it home. Lumberjacks are within 1 possession. It's a 2-point game, down 2 here in the Coliseum, 12 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and that was much more of a difficult shot than it may have looked from the house by Day Hall there. And he gets that one to hit the bottom of the net. Great shot.
You hear the crowd roaring now. They are in the game 100%. Excited to see the Lumberjacks within 1 possession here. Allen and Rice need to get something going. And there it is, Rice to the cup.
That was a
gets
great
the
finish.
bucket.
Yeah, that was a great finish there by 10, going high off the rim.
And we got a foul. Kinsmill finally gets his opportunity down underneath McCants with the hold. And we're going to go to a break here. The Lumberjacks down 4 with a comeback so far. Momentum all with the Lumberjacks. And we'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to the Coliseum. We see New Mexico State's lead is dissipating quite quickly. We have them only up by 4. All the momentum seems to be with the Lumberjacks here at the Coliseum with 11:50 remaining. SFA's ball.
Yeah, New Mexico State now subbing in number 42. That is Yuat Alak. Get some more length underneath the rim.
Absolutely. It looks like McCants came out. And Tillman with the rebound.
Yeah, Willis had to put that shot up in the air. It was a hand in his face there. It was great defense by Teddy Allen.
Some double team from SFA. Kinsmill wanted the rebound, couldn't get it. It looks like we'll have a foul on Kinsmill on Yuat Alak with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that is great offense by the Aggies. They kept fighting for their offensive rebound, and it's going to pay off with, oh, never mind, they're going to call it on the floor. So the Aggies will take it out from the baseline instead.
Yeah, you saw several Lumberjacks on the floor from that rebound. Uwadalak got it. And he hits the long two. Uwadalak coming in an immediate contributor with rebound and a 2-point bucket.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Mike. His first attempt in the game, and he gets it to fall coming off offensive rebound.
Here we go. They wanted the Kinsman. We have a foul on the wraparound. Looks like the foul will be on Tillman with the hold. SFA ball on the baseline.
And SFA's done a good job all afternoon of staying within striking distance of the Aggies, regardless of Teddy Allen getting hot, Jabari Rice getting hot, and a couple of these other guys. SFA and Coach Keller has done a great game plan and keeping it close here.
Yeah, you spoke on it. Teddy Allen, he's been quite quiet from the second half, but he was quite hot in the first. And we have a foul here underneath. It's on Tillman again. Looks like he was holding up Latrell Giselle underneath on the backdoor screen.
I think instead they're going to call that one on Jabari Rice 10. We see him and Giselle mouthing a little bit back and forth. Got ourselves a game here, Mike.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see the rest of the second half here. It's going to be a big game for the conference standings. Sam Houston currently up on Grand Canyon at home. And looks like we have a foul on Kinsmill. Quite frustrated on the play, trying to get the rebound.
Yeah, and they're going to call that one on Solomon. Ran. I think that was 4 underneath the rim. McKinney Jr. ran him over in his pursuit to that offensive rebound. And possession arrow with the Aggies.
And it looks like we are in the bonus already. It'll be a long second half for the Lumberjacks with 7 fouls already in the second half. We're going to have a 1-and-1. Looks like Tillman should be shooting the 1-and-1. Tillman so far has not been to the stripe. We'll see if he can knock down a couple of huge free throws for the Aggies here, up 6 with 10.5 minutes remaining. Off the rim on the front end of the 1-and-1. SFA holds on to that 6-point deficit. It could not strike any further. SFA needs a bucket here.
Yeah, and a big miss right there by the Aggies, and let's see if SFA can capitalize. Big offensive possession here.
And Kinsmill in the post. It looks
Willis
like
is open in the
he
corner.
drops the shoulder, and that'll be an offensive foul on Gavin Kinsmill.
And you can hear the crowd booing, Mike, but I think that was a great call. And Kinsmill has played enough games to know you can't drop that shoulder like that into the chest of a defender. And that was great body position by Uwadalak getting that offensive foul call.
Yep, and as we spoke on earlier, Cacares will check back in, hopefully with the offensive presence and the defensive feistiness to head up the lead with Latrell Giselle in the backcourt.
And so far, this Lumberjack defense, has held up without Solomon in the game. You mentioned he has 4 fouls.
Jackson Posey and Day-Day Hall combined together for the defensive stop. Cacares brings it up. Looks like they're trying to get the ball right back to Cacares, to the cup. He wants the bucket. Kicks it out to Day-Day Hall to Giselle from deep. Step back 3 off the back iron. Jabari Rice taking it the other way.
He's going to slow it down here.
Looks like Teddy Allen's trying to find his way back in it. Knocks the 3 down and 1 4-point play opportunity for Teddy Allen. Ice in his veins. Gets the bucket. Big for his steady second half. He has been quiet thus far, and he hits the bucket and quiets the crowd.
Yeah, big shot for 0. On top of that, the foul. And a lot of people might not understand why the ref called that. You have to allow the player to land safely and cleanly. And Giselle was underneath Allen, but nonetheless, Allen knocking that down, making it a 9-point game.
Most definitely saw it coming the whole way. I saw the defender closing out as an official myself. You know, once you saw that closeout, he got right under him. He knocked down that bucket. Ice in his veins. They are back up 9. Teddy Allen will shoot 1 from the line. Potential 4-point play here with 9:42 remaining. Right now we have Sam Houston holding a lead 51-46 against Grand Canyon at home, 7:44 remaining. We have Utah Valley up on Lamar 17-11 in the first half, and Abilene Christian up above CA Baptist 23-13, 7:30 remaining in their first half as well.
Some good games going on in the WAC conference. Sam Houston and SFA traded opponents. Sam Houston took down New Mexico State a couple nights ago, and SFA took down Grand Canyon a couple nights ago.
Yep, both these games, Sam Houston, Grand Canyon, and our game is going to be big for the standings. Teddy Allen knocks down the free throw. That's a 4-point play for Teddy Allen, ice in his veins.
And I'm a big believer of ball doesn't lie. And Allen right there completing the 4-point play, saying that that was a foul there on Giselle.
Sometimes is it ball doesn't lie, or do they not practice free throws? You see Jackson Posey taking it on the other end.
Big
Kicks it out to
possession
Day
here.
Hall.
Big
Yes, it is.
possession here for the Jacks.
Most definitely. Latrell Giselle trying to find something. Day Hall's trying to take it to the cup against Uwata Lock. Could not get it to go. Gets the offensive rebound. Puts it back up and gets it home. Day Hall says, "This is my house," with the putback.
Yeah, Day Hall, I mean, you have to admire a guy that's able to put the ball in the rim. Only a 6'4" post player. And Uwata Lock standing at 6'10". So Day Hall there making his presence felt.
Allen from the corner, off the front rim. Tillman with the putback, ferocious. It looks like he is fired up.
And New Mexico State getting what they want now on the offensive end.
Back up 10, 8.5 minutes remaining. Momentum back to the Aggies. This is quite a quiet crowd now after the 4-point play and some putback momentum from the Aggies.
Yeah, 8:20 coming up here in the second half. You wonder when Calvin Solomon is going to be able to check back in the game.
Most definitely. I think it'll be around the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, he's been the defensive.
Safe.
Yeah, he's been the defensive anchor for this Lumberjack defense. You see Posey, a great take. They pull it back within single digits.
Yep, it looks like Teddy Allen wants that ball. Hesitated to give it up. Got it to Tillman on the left wing. Missed the three-pointer. Day Hall and Cackeries with the rebound. Going the other way, picking up the pace. David with a tip ball. Out of bounds. SFA ball on the sideline. We're going to media timeout. We will be right back. Aggies up 8, 7:53 remaining here in the Coliseum. SFA. Welcome back to the Coliseum, where you see the Aggies up 8 with 7:53 remaining. All the momentum seems to be with the Aggies right now. We'll see what the Lumberjacks have scheduled up here coming out of the break. We have Lumberjack ball on the sideline with an 8-point differential into David Cackeries. And let's see what Coach Keller had drawn up for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, coming out of possessions, we get a whistle here. Going to see if SFA can get quick shot up.
Seems like that foul was on you out locked down low on the hold in the post.
And this right here, I feel like will be one of those intimidation buckets and momentum buckets that the SFA Lumberjacks are going to need.
Day Hall gets something to go. Spin cycle on Uwata Lock. Gets the right-handed floater to drop.
And how about Day Hall giving Uwata Lock everything he could ask for right there on that possession?
Most definitely. Pryor kicks it to Rice. Looks like they're giving Teddy Allen a breather. He has checked out. Coming out of the media timeout with a big stuff by Jackson Posey on the 6'10". Uwata Lock. Day Hall with the rebound up to Cackeries. Momentum is shifting. Latrell Giselle from deep off the front rim. Rebound Aggies going the other way with Pryor.
And it has not been Latrell Giselle's night from deep.
Got the 3-point bucket from Henry. Slows down and quiets the crowd.
Yeah, Giselle 0 for 7 now from the 3-point line. As we see Henry is able to get that shot in transition.
Day Hall kicks it out to Jackson Posey. And we'll see like they're trying to get it into Kinsmill here. The spin move blocked by McCants and going the other way. It is a 9-point game, 55-46, 6.5 minutes remaining.
Beautiful.
Aggies up.
Yeah, beautiful defense by McCants there.
Most definitely got a slip cut. And it comes off the rim. Henry could not get it to fall. Jackson Posey coming the other way. Had Cacaries open in the corner, did not see him, and a block by Uadalock, out of bounds. Lumberjack ball. We have Teddy Allen, just spoke of it, it's coming right back in, giving Jabari Rice a breather, it's going to look like here until the final minutes of the game. Uadalock will also check out, bringing back in number 13, Will McNair Jr. Day Hall with the momentum, puts in the spin cycle again and gets it to go. That's twice in a row. 7-point game. SFA is down on the Aggies. 6 minutes remaining. The crowd is back in it and trying to will their way on the defensive end for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Day Hall making his name heard here. Couple back-to-back points. And right there, he's just going to get called for that quick poke-in foul, but another effort foul right there by the Lumberjacks, but nonetheless, Day Hall making something shake underneath the rim.
It looks like Solomon will be ready to check in here after the first free throw. So we're going to see him come in at the 5:54 mark and see if he can remain in for the rest of the game. McCants off the back iron on the first one, and here comes Solomon, the heart and soul of that defense thus far. He has had 3 blocks and 3 steals all in the first half. It's been a quiet second half for Solomon here. And it looks like we have a lane violation on Latrell Giselle. We're resetting the first free throw for McCants.
Big time free throw right there by McCants. He gets that one to fall.
Quiets that crowd back down. That might be a big turn of events there on the lane violation on Latrell Giselle. We might remember that going down into the stretch. Quiet the crowd with a free throw from McCants. McCants misses the back end of the 2 shots. Jackson Posey with the rebound, wants to bring it up. Cacaries wanted the ball. Jackson Posey waves them off.
And SFA knows every possession now is going to be a big one. You're down by 8 as that shot is off there. Not the shot you would want if you're the Lumberjacks offense.
Teddy Allen tried to pull it. He wants the shot.
Yeah, he does. He wanted to take that one, but 2 SFA jacks in his face made that one difficult.
Latrell Giselle with the rebound. Henry deflects the pass. It looks like it'll be SFA ball. 5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. SFA down 8 here at the Coliseum against the New Mexico State Aggies.
Yeah, you see some of these white jerseys starting to look up at the clock now. They know it's getting into crunch time, and any bucket here on the offensive end is going to be a crucial one.
And what you'll notice on the Cacaries for 3, no good. You'll notice on the defensive end, it's going to be tough for the Lumberjacks. Any foul will be 2 shots for the remainder of the game. 10 fouls in the bonus. So Aggies will be going to line for 2 every time.
And Coach Jans, the New Mexico State coach, knows that as well, and he's going to look to get the ball in the hands of his shooters as Teddy Allen is calling for it.
Teddy Allen from the corner. Got it. Teddy Allen sees nothing but the net. Knocks the corner 3 down, and the lead is back up to 11. Momentum is with the Aggies.
And that is 26 points now for Teddy Allen. That is 9 points above what he averages on the season. And he is straight hot from the 3-point line. Kinsmill checking back in now.
It looks like the Lumberjacks are 1 foul away from being in the bonus as well. There's 16 fouls on the Aggies. SFA ball on the baseline. Trouble getting it in. We'll flip it up to Solomon on the top. Looks like they want to get some post work with Solomon and Kinsmill. Flips it up to Day Hall with the big slam. Day Hall, game's back to 9, 4.5 minutes remaining. Gets the crowd back in, and with the 2-handed slamma-jamma, Lumberjacks are fired up.
And how about this? In the first half, it was Calvin Solomon providing the spark. And here in the second half is Day Hall is Rice for the 3, and that was a big one.
Rice knocks down the 3, quiets the crowd once again, lead back up to 12.
The biggest thing I seen there, Mike, was that was a wide open shot. Giselle for 3, bang! Gets his first one of the night to fall.
That could be the momentum shifter right there. Latrell Giselle knocks down the 3-point bucket. That is a big one. We have a timeout. SFA wants to get the defense set up. Momentum is cooking for the Lumberjacks here in the Coliseum. as we come back to the Coliseum. The Aggies are up 9 on the Lumberjacks, 62-53, 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the second half. The big difference has been the three-point arc. Earlier in the second half, the Lumberjacks were shooting hotter from the three-point arc, and now it's back to the Aggies shooting 50% from deep. That has been the difference maker here in the momentum.
Yeah, and SFA has turned up their offensive production. They are 12 for 26 here in this second half, but they cannot stop the New Mexico State Aggies from shooting that three-point shot. And that's been the difference maker here as we creep up on 3:40 left in the second half.
And you've noticed throughout the second half, the offensive glass has been in the Aggies' favor. Teddy Allen with a big offensive rebound once again, just spoke of it.
Yeah.
Jabari Rice taking it to the cup, flips it up, and good. The lead back up to 11, 64-53. New Mexico State Aggies have a firm hold on this lead in the Coliseum.
And I mentioned it earlier, Mike, it's been a lot of hand down, man down for this SFA defense, and New Mexico State has did a great job of exploiting that. As we see Day Hall with the tough take there, but not able to get it to fall. But a lot of these shots are coming uncontested. As we see another uncontested shot, and that one doesn't fall.
Kinsman with the rebound up to Solomon. As he comes back in, he tries to force the foul and misses the layup. It is no good. Henry with the rebound up to Jabari Rice, and now it's to the man of the hour, Teddy Allen. Wants the ball in his hands, takes it to the cup. It's deflected off Kinsmill. It'll be Aggies ball. 64-53, 2:43 remaining here in the second half. The crowd is getting quite quiet here in the Coliseum after all the momentum has shifted towards the Aggies here.
And Giselle is going to come out and Calcarees is going to come in. You have to get some offensive spark here with 2:43 left in the game, and you're down by 11. But nonetheless, you have to keep a hand in the face of these Aggies. They've shown all night that they can shoot the three-point.
As they say, hand down, man down. Hand right in the face of Teddy Allen. Contested bucket. Jabari Rice with the offensive rebound and one, knocks it down. The offensive rebounds have been the key for New Mexico State Aggies here in the second half. Once again, a dagger in any potential momentum for the Lumberjacks. They are up 13 with Jabari Rice at the line shooting one.
And how about Jabari Rice? Right place, right time. Both SFA bigs were underneath the rim, and he's able to snag that rebound and put it back up for a potential three-point play.
Looks like that'll be his 19th point as he quiets the crowd on the way back to the defensive end. Calcarees bringing it up, gets it to Kinsmill. Every touch for Kinsmill is a positive for the Lumberjacks. Jackson Posey looking for something inside, doesn't get it. Flips it to Calcarees, to Solomon in the corner. Miscommunication there between Solomon and Calcarees. Flips it up, driving to the cup. Calcarees offensive foul right through Henry. It'll be his, that should be his 5th foul. It looks like David Calcarees will finish his night with 2:03 remaining, and that'll be a huge one. They check in Diego Willis.
Yeah, New Mexico State has simply been playing some great basketball here down the stretch. You see it on the offensive end, on the defensive end. They're getting some open shots. They're getting some offensive rebounds, putbacks. They're making their free throws. And right now, just playing a complete game.
Absolutely. The big defense, the big difference for the game right here is that three-point arc. New Mexico State Aggies 13 from 24, 54%. And, you know, the Lumberjacks are only 5 of 21, shooting 23%. You're not going to win a game shooting 23% from deep in modern-day basketball. It's a slow pace. Jabari Rice taking his time, not looking in any hurry to get the offense flowing with just 1:43 remaining and counting.
And
Looks like
New Mexico State actually has 18 turnovers on the night. As you see Tillman with the tough finish there as they continue to stack it on here. 1:30 left in the second half, but the turnover category might be misleading. New Mexico State 18 and SFA only 9. But it has been that three-point shooting. New Mexico State's able to get hot. It's Nana attempts at three-point, and he gets it to fall.
Let's see if that changes anything for the Lumberjacks here. They're going to have to pick up the pace on the defensive end. Down 13 with a minute remaining. Looks like the Aggies will pull it back out. Jabari Rice seems content to dribble this one out. We have 13 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Henry, pulls it from deep from the left wing, and gets it home. That'll be a dagger of a shot.
And New Mexico State has to be proud of the way they have shot the 3 ball here tonight. They are over 55%, 14 for 25 now. And you don't normally see that, but the Aggies have came in here and kind of made the SFA Lumberjacks play for being lackadaisical in that 3-point arc. Seen a lot of open threes. Allen made some contested threes earlier, but nonetheless, they have found the bottom of the net.
Looks like the Lumberjacks aren't really playing with too much pace here. Kicks out the 3, no good. Nana with the offensive rebound, and he is fouled underneath by number 13, Will McNair Jr. It'll be his 3rd foul. It'll be SFA ball. Nana to the line, shooting 1 and 1. 31 seconds remaining, down 16, 56 to 72. Knocks down the first one. Nana gets the bucket. That'll be his first offensive contribution of the night. We have 1 shot to go. 57-72, 31 seconds remaining. Aggies up 15.
And the Aggies here are going to get right back on track in WAC conference play. I mentioned earlier they dropped that last game to Sam, 71-46. And SFA is going to kind of get off track here, but nonetheless, their season does continue. You just have to bounce back harder than you fall down.
Most definitely, we see Nana knock down the second free throw. That'll bring it to a 14-point game with 31 seconds remaining. About a 3-second differential in the shot clock and game clock.
What a homecoming for Jabari Rice, Texas kid, Fort Bend Marshall product out of Houston.
It looks like they will dribble all the way down. They might take a small differential here and take a 30-second shot clock violation.
And this was just great basketball play here by New Mexico State.
Most definitely looks like it'll wrap up at 72-58. We have a 14-point lead for the Aggies. SFA ball, 1.3 seconds remaining. See what they can do with the time remaining. Diego Willis takes the touch, and that'll be it. We have 72-58. New Mexico State Aggies take the win here at the Coliseum in Nacogdoches, Texas of SFA.
I'm Datorian Smith.
And I'm Michael Anchowski. We'll see you next time. Catch you. This was a good one. 72-58 New Mexico State and Stephen F. Austin in the Coliseum. Take care, folks, and we'll see you next time.